Hey everyone, this tutorial will just help you get acquainted with Twitter if you're not already. Please also keep in mind that if you do have a Twitter account already, but you don't want to use it for class, you'd like to keep your personal Twitter and class Twitter separate, by all means, please go ahead and create a separate Twitter account just to use for this class. You could delete it when you're done, if that would work better for you. For those of us who are not familiar with Twitter, here we are at twitter.com. This is what it will look like if you go there and you have not yet created an account. What you'll need to do is go here to sign up. So you'll click sign up, and then you'll put in your name, an email address, and a password. You can unclick that if you don't want to use that, saying that my email is already registered because I already have an account. It won't say that to you. Then click sign up. Then you'll just go ahead and follow all of the prompts that you're given. Twitter does try to get you to follow a bunch of different pop culture stuff, different people on Twitter, things like that. You don't have to do that, just as long as you set up the account and you're able to interact with the rest of us for class. Since I already have an account, I'm just going to log in, and this is what you'll do when you first come back to Twitter. You'll either use your Twitter handle, mine is at CNMBrandon, or your email address. So I'm using my CNM email address here. Put your password in if you want it to remember you, and log in. This is what you'll see when you first get to Twitter. Everyone that you followed, their tweets will appear right here in the middle in your feed. This is where you can go to customize your own profile, add pictures, and that sort of thing. I never use moments. You can explore that if you'd like. Clicking notifications will show you when people have responded to you. So for one of my other classes, Justin just responded to a tweet that I had sent to him. And you can just scroll down, see what else everyone has said. If you send direct messages, that's what this tab is for. To find out what everyone's doing for our class, which is Hist347, again, use the # HIST, doesn't matter if you use the capital H or not, 347 with no spaces, and then click search. That will take you to the feed for the class. I want to point out that for some reason it shows the top tweets. I still don't even know what that means. I don't know what makes something a top tweet. Close that. You want to click live. Live will show you everything that has been posted from most recent to less recent. So the most recent thing that I've posted for our class is this article that hopefully you'll take a look at, thinking about how us as Westerners from Western civilization can be condescending toward people in other countries. And I think that's important to consider as we start to study Latin American history. So again, this is where you'll come to see what things people have already posted for the class. This is how you will respond to them as well. So if somebody posted a tweet that you'd like to reply to, you just use this reply button and you leave their Twitter handle there and type the response. Also make sure that you type Hist347 every time that you respond to someone in class to make sure that it appears in the Twitter feed. Click tweet. So the tweet has been sent. It will take it just a minute to show up here for whatever reason. Also, that reminds me that if you've just set up an account, you've posted things, you've done the hashtag correctly, the Hist347 hashtag correctly, but your tweets aren't appearing here, don't worry. They will. For some reason, when you first start with Twitter, it kind of delays them showing up. I think the idea is to help prevent spam. Here's the tweet that I just posted. And so, again, it's one of Twitter's safeguards, but it may make you feel like you're not doing it correctly. Again, don't worry about that. Just make sure that you send me a tweet to @CNMBrandon. You can just say hi, I'm ready for class, Hist347. That way I will see you here on Twitter, I can add you to the list for our class that I keep, and I'll make sure to see all of your work here on Twitter. I think that's really it in terms of what you'll need to do. This is the retweet button if you want to retweet what someone else has said. Once you do that, it'll allow you to either just straight retweet it to everyone, or you can add your own comment, and then their tweet will be quoted. I'm not going to do that this time. You can like people's tweets. You can see how many people have interacted with your own, and so on and so forth. I highly recommend using twitter.com or using the Twitter app on either your phone or tablet, depending on what you have, to interact with the class. It makes things much easier than trying to use the little widgets that I've embedded in Canvas. Those are far less functional than what you have here. Oh, also, I should mention that when you want to just post a regular tweet, tweet the reading, so you'll write whatever insightful comment or question you have about the reading or the videos as you're going along, and you'll do the same thing where you type Hist347 and you will click tweet, and there you go. That little nonsense will also appear here shortly. So what I wanted to point out, if you're using this not in a browser, but on a tablet or on your phone, it'll look different, but all of the features are essentially the same. So you'll have a search box where you can type in the course hashtags to look for it. There will be a button that looks like this. It might not say the word tweet, but it will be blue, and it will have that little quill kind of image there that you will use to type your tweets. Sometimes it doesn't say, sometimes all of these categories aren't available if you're using the Twitter app. Instead, you'll just see top and all tweets. You'll want to choose all tweets in that case to make sure that you see the most recent things that are coming through. So again, notice that if I hit top, you won't, I guess you do. It's probably because there's so few tweets here. So my example didn't work. Typically, I don't think these top two would have shown had there been more tweets in the feed in the first place. So that's why you always want to click live. Let me show you one other thing if that helps you just get acquainted with Twitter and you just want to be done with that at this point. You can leave the video. I use something called TweetDeck. So you type tweetdeck.twitter.com and you log in with your Twitter account. So if you're logged in your browser, it'll just do it automatically. If you're not, you'll have to type in your username and password. This is just a different way of organizing Twitter that I find a bit easier. So here's my home feed. This one updates in real time, as you'll notice. You don't have to click refresh or to view the new tweets that have been added like we did just a minute ago. You'll also notice there are people here working in my New Mexico history class, adding to Twitter as we're speaking. So this is the way that I can look at everything that's going on. These are my various classes. As you scroll over, here's our class, Hist347. Here are a couple of other searches that I follow. I have my own personal notifications to see when people tweet to me. These are the things that I tweet, and so on. You can set all of that up by doing a search. You just type in the hashtag that you want, so Hist347, and then at the bottom, there's this button that says Add Column. So I already have the column, but you click on that. Well, there it goes. I have two Hist347 columns now. And then you can just go to this side over here and drag it up to where you want it to be. I don't want mine clear over there at the side. I'll move it over by home. And here we are. So I'll delete that one in a minute. But again, this is just a different way of organizing things so that if you don't want to have to always search for Hist347, you can just see it update in real time here. And you can also have it right next to your own user, your own tweets, and your own notifications. Hopefully that's all helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions at all about Twitter or anything else with the course, and I look forward to interacting with you here.